Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is time for May favorites, but really quickly I want to do a quick little chat about the wedding and a little change to my channel. I feel like some people who didn't know I got married this past weekend may wonder why my name is different on my YouTube channel. So my last name is now Wilson, and so I'm just trying to kind of change everything on social media and in real life just so it's all cohesive, so nobody's confused. If you still search Shelbey Ashburn on YouTube, it will still pull me up because I still have that in as a maiden name in my Google+. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, I did get married this past weekend. If you haven't been following along with my wedding series, I'll have it listed down below. But yeah, the entire day was phenomenal. It went by so fast. There were a few hiccups, I mean, just like every single wedding, but nothing major. It was just the best day. My parents were lifesavers. They literally, my dad cooked food for the entire day, let's just say that. And my mom just did such a great job with getting all the decorations prior to the wedding and kind of sorting those out and where those would go. It was just like a group effort on everybody's part, but the day, like, it was just exactly how I imagined it to be. And the rain held off. It was supposed to rain like the entire day, and it actually didn't rain until when everybody was leaving. So as we were like packing everything up, as Will and I were leaving, it started to rain. But yeah, the entire day went amazingly well. I know I'll have some questions on if I'll continue wedding weekend videos. I'm still going to do my tutorial on how I did my makeup for my wedding day. Obviously, I think I'll do a video on my dress because a lot of people have ask questions about my dress. You know, obviously I've talked about the designer. The designer was Pronovius, and if you haven't seen pictures of it or the wedding day, I have pictures on my Instagram and on my Twitter, so I'll have those linked down below. But I do feel like I'll do a video on my makeup and then my dress. And then also I got a lot of questions on our honeymoon, where we went, and I think I'll do a video on that as well, just to give you guys kind of like my experience where we went. It was phenomenal. We went to St. Lucia. So yeah, that's that. I will continue to do a few more wedding weekend videos. If you guys want to see more, then just let me know. But those were the three that I had planned for now. So wedding went great. That's that. Can't wait to share with you guys the video. We did have a videographer, so once that's done, I will be sharing that with you all. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start into the May favorites. First up is the actual lip combination I'm wearing right now, and this was the lip combo I wore on my wedding day as well. So I wore the Charlotte Tilbury lip cheat in Pillow Talk. Really classic, kind of iconic, just natural pink color. And then for my all over lip color, I actually used 3 different bareMinerals liquid matte lipsticks. I was not planning on wearing these at all on my wedding day. It just kind of happened. But I wore Swag as my all over lip color, so I just applied this all over my lips. And then to deepen it up a little bit on the outer corners, I applied JuJu, which is obviously a little bit darker, just on the outer parts of my lip. And then to give my lip kind of like a fuller pout in the center, I added Cult, which is this kind of bone vanilla shade. It's like a shade shifting color. It lightens up any type of lipstick you wear underneath it. And I did not wear gloss for the ceremony because I didn't want my lips to be sticky. I didn't want Will to have lip gloss on his face, so I held off on the lip gloss until after the ceremony, and then I applied some for pictures. And I wore one of my favorites from MAC. It's called Oyster Girl. It is a pearlescent lip gloss with a slight purple undertone to it, so it went well with the pinky mauve shades that I chose. And honestly, I just packed a few of these bareMinerals liquid matte lip colors in my makeup bag to take to the venue, because I thought, these might be good to wear for the ceremony because they don't transfer easily. And they're obviously matte. So yeah, that's what I ended up wearing. I just applied it and I was okay with it, so I just stuck with it. So it was kind of like a big combination of 3 or 4 different colors, but I like the way it turned out. This is a powder I took with me on our honeymoon, and out of the 6 days we were there, I'm pretty sure I only wore makeup like 2 days for dinner, and then after that I was like, forget it, I'm not even gonna worry about putting on makeup. And so I brought this powder because it is so fast and easy to apply. You can do light coverage with it, you can do full coverage with it, and it's just one of my all-time favorite powder foundations, and it's MAC Studio Fix powder. So this is just literally one of the best pressed powder foundation formulas you can buy. I mean, it is so smooth, so velvety looking. It works for a lot of different skin types. I have dry skin, works well for me, and it's just so fast to apply. So if you just need something fast to throw on in the morning, this is awesome. So this is what I wore when I did wear makeup, and it was just so easy to apply. I mean, honestly, I didn't even want to wear makeup, but just a couple nights I was like, you know what, I should do a little bit of something, because I wasn't doing my hair. I mean, like, I'm on vacation, I'm not going to touch my hair. Literally, probably like 4 nights out of the 6 nights we were there, when we went to dinner, I went to dinner with my hair wet. I mean, YOLO. You're married to me now, so I'm going to let my true color show. But yeah, Studio Fix powder, one of my favorites. If you're curious about the shade I am right now, I'm in NC35 right now because I'm pretty tan from that St. Lucia life. Another product I brought on our honeymoon is the Makeup Forever Brow Gel. I've had this for quite a few months now. I just haven't started using it until the beginning of May, and I just thought it was a basic gel, but it's actually very similar to the Benefit Gimme Brow, which you guys know I love. The only thing is that it's obviously in this little tube formula, and there's a larger color range in the Makeup Forever formula. I think there's 5 different colors. I've been using the shade number 25. It's like the perfect light brown taupe color, and it's really great. Like, while we were in St. Lucia, when we would go to dinner, I would literally just run this through my brows, and it filled in any like bare areas in my brows. It held my brows in place, and it looked like I took a legit pomade or a pencil and went through and kind of sculpted my brows. So I've been loving this. It's a little bit more full on than what the Gimme Brow is. The Gimme Brow is a little bit lighter, whereas this kind of fills in a little bit more. And I also think the color selection is great in this. So yeah, I have been loving this stuff. And I think if you have tried Gimme Brow in the past and you weren't a fan, but you want something fast to fill in your brows, or if you have really thick natural brows, this is something to look into because it's so natural, but it's just quick and easy to use as well. bareMinerals Hydrating Mineral Veil. This has been one of my favorite powders for years now. And just the past couple months, I've really been getting back into it. This is another product I used on my wedding day to set my under eye area. It is just the most feather lightweight powder you have ever felt. It's just so airy, and when you apply it to your skin, you cannot tell you're wearing powder. It's also a hydrating formula. When you apply it to your face, it almost feels cooling, like it has this cooling sensation to it. It is just like one of my staples. I have always loved this powder. I've strayed away from it the past few years just because, hello, I have like 30 different powders in my collection now. But just from me using it this past couple months, I've just fallen in love with it all over again. It's so undetectable. Definitely deserves more. I mean, I don't ever hear anyone talk about this, but it is phenomenal. This is also something I've owned for several months, and I keep it in my purse, and I feel like that's why I haven't talked about it. But I recently got it out and put it in my makeup bag to take to St. Lucia. Not sure why I did that because it was in my purse, but I don't know. When I travel, when I fly, I like to take as much stuff out of my purse as possible just because, you know, you keep your passports and things like that in there and you don't want, you know, crap to get cluttered. So anytime you need to reach for it, it's available. Anyways, I'm rambling. So I took this out, I put it in my makeup bag, and it's the Clinique Almost Lipstick in Pink Honey. So the Almost lipsticks are basically like a tinted lip balm. They're very moisturizing, really hydrating. They're forgiving on the lips. When they start to fade, they don't look wrinkly, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And they're just such a great formula. Clinique has wonderful lipstick formulas. I love their Super Balm lip glosses. Those are really hydrating as well. But this shade right here is just a soft pink color. If you have a lot of pigment to your lips to begin with, this probably won't show up very well on you, so you may want to go for a darker color. because these are very sheer. But this is the only shade that I have. I'm not really sure how many shades they come in, but I do love this formula. So it's called the Almost Lipstick in Pink Honey, and it's just a great color to keep in your purse, to touch up with if you just want a hint of color to your lips. It's great. Smoothing, hydrating, really nice. Alright guys, so I think that is it for my monthly favorites. I did not have a ton of favorites because I wasn't really in full-on makeup mode for the month of May. I was in more of a wedding mode. But these were truly some things that I loved and that, again, I wore for my wedding day, took on honeymoon with me. And I just want to thank you guys for all of the well wishes. That's really hard to say. Well wishes that you've sent us. And all of the comments on our pictures. Everybody has been so nice, so we want to thank you for that, and we're excited to share more photos once we get them back, and of course the videos. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all of your sweet comments, and yeah, my channel is now officially going to be Shelby Wilson. So that's just something that I personally am gonna have to get used to as well, but it'll happen. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.